Hey guys, Moneyman300 here, back for another video. Got a little something special here today. I am testing out the Ferrari 458 Spider racing wheel. Now this is the, what I would say the lower cost option of the two Ferrari 458 wheels. There's the Thrustmaster TX. This is a Thrustmaster also, but it does not have the force feedback option. So it does have a kind of a bungee effect, so you do get, you know, resistance when you steer in there, but it does not have, you know, it's the, you know, about $90 US, $95 for this wheel. And what I'm going to do is go through and show you some gameplay with it, talk about the settings, and then give you kind of my overall review and impression of the wheel. Maybe 2-3 different videos. Maybe I'll do it in 2. I don't know. It does come with a pedal set. There is just a gas and brake pedal, so I do not have, you know, you have to get, you know, T38A. I don't remember the model number, but anyway, there's a set of pedals that a lot of people use that has all three. I have it right now just mounted, as you can see here, to the desk. Ultimately, if you're going to use a wheel, a racing stand would be better. This isn't too bad. It's got a, you know, I got a little bit of play in here, but it's not terrible, and it seems to work okay. You know, it doesn't move around as I'm racing. Talk a little bit about the wheel, some of the controls that are on here. So you got the paddle shifters here. I'm not going to hit any of these buttons because it'll do stuff on the screen. So you got paddle shifters there. You got your A, B, X, and Y buttons here. You've got your menu and your squares button settings, or whatever you want to call that one there. Can't remember what that button does. And then this engine start here, this is your D-pad, up, down, left, right. And there's also two buttons kind of on the back side of the wheel that you guys can't see here. They could also be used to shift instead of the paddle shifter. So the way I have this set up right now, there's like different sensitivity settings on here. 4 or 5 different ones from 0 to 4, I believe. Each one becoming less and less sensitive. I'm on like 3. I think it was when I got it. You know, when I set it up, it was on like 1, and I literally could not drive down a straightaway. I mean, it was just all over the place. So, and then I went and configured. And what I'll do is I'll go through all the settings and show you guys each one of those in game. But I did go configure my dead zones and some of those things, change it up from what I would normally use with a controller. So, yeah, so that's pretty much all the relevant buttons. Oh, another thing here, there is what they call an auto clutch feature for Forza. 2 things have to happen. Number one, you got to make sure you got a configuration that has A as the clutch, and then when you shift with the paddles, it automatically does an A button signal at the same time. So it's the same as your manual with clutch option, and it just does the clutch for you, which is kind of nice. Don't have to worry about that. You could also not do that and actually hit the A button with it. It's really not too bad, but I'm already having to think about a lot and trying to retrain myself on how to drive a wheel. I did go in first thing and go into just did some GT racing because the inside of those cars are so cool. Was at the Corvette C1 GT car, but it's P class, and yikes, that's pretty quick to start out with the wheel. I really need to drop down in these lower classes and learn how to use it to, you know, get a feel for it, and then move up into those classes. So I am racing with no assists on. The brakes are a little bit tricky because I have 200% brake pressure set, so you may see me skid past a turn or two here as you get used to using a brake pedal versus the thing. Also, it's a little tough because there's no force feedback on this, so you really have to use your audio cues to know if your tires are breaking loose and different things like that. I use the heck out of the haptic feedback on the Xbox controller and the vibration of the Xbox controller to really feel what the car is doing. You need the Thrustmaster TX, the higher end wheel, to be able to accomplish that. But I don't have that one right now. That may be where I end up over time. But let's. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it 3 laps here on Laguna Seca with a car that I already know how to drive on Laguna Seca, just so I can kind of get a little comparison, a little feel for it. And then we're going to throw some cars on the track. So I'll do maybe 1 or 2 races there. I'll see how it turns out, and then I'll go in. We'll go into the menus and look at the different settings after that race. So let's get this thing started here. That's enough talking. Over here, so I don't think I need to change anything. There's no drivatars even on the track, so this is just me kicking it in free play. Get it going here. In-car view, full in-car view. A lot easier to drive in-car view with the wheel. Actually hard to drive behind it. I don't know if I'll be catching any rivals here. I don't have the ghost turned on at all either. Too bad there. I did run 3 laps on this part of that. That's really all I ran. I wish I probably should have used a little brake there. I thought I was going to get away without it. Saved it though. Struggle with the turn in a little bit on that turn. Just knowing when to kind of get back on the gas, when to get off the brake, when to straighten the wheel off. I mean, you're basically relearning how to drive. I mean, I understand the lines and everything, but how to execute. Ooh, hang in there. Just saved it. Down through the corkscrew there. Get off the gas a little bit. There you go. Now get on it. Whoa, that was not very good. Alright, you know, it's an okay lap here. Heck, we're going to be clean. Alright, so we put together a couple laps here. See what this feels like. It feels pretty good. This, I can tell you what, this is a lot easier than what I was doing in P class. That was real hard. And I was driving cars that I hadn't driven in a long time, so I didn't even really know the car very well. And I was driving with like drivatars on the screen, and oh man, there was too much going on. You do need to straighten this out a little sooner than you otherwise think you might need to. Better. Keep it on the track there. Alright. Hanging on. Oh! Yeah, so that's one of those things I was talking about. They just... Hang on, we're spinning! Ah, hit the rewind. So it's again, you gotta get straight sooner. I don't know if I can resume from here or not. Not really. Gotta back up further. So it's already held on too long. It looks like I'm straight here, but I think my back end is already loose. And I've already lost it, so... Oh, this will be an interesting spot to go from. There we go. Shift there. Ooh, way too much brake there. So that's again that brake. Trying to just know how much to do. And when you don't have feedback, right? So you don't feel it. It does really add to the experience and the kind of that realism feeling. There's no doubt about it. It is fun to do, even though it's certainly not anywhere near as good. I may do a challenge, see if I can win a multiplayer race while I'm doing this. I don't know. I got to think about that. The reason why I might not do that is because I feel like I'd be in there just crashing everybody. Since I am not, not real good at like avoiding cars and things like that. Maybe if I drop down to D class, I might be able to do that. I'll have to think about it. I'll maybe give it a try. I'm better at that turn. I almost feel like I should shift and go into 4th gear before that. I don't remember what I did in this car before. I'm just a little slower through these turns, I can tell, because normally I would not struggle, but really carrying these out a lot wider. Probably more like that, but and you're going to carry about 90 mile an hour through that, and I was down to like 81. So it's really just knowing when to brake, when to get back on the gas. We're high, we're high, we're high. Oh, let's rewind that. I don't know what happened there. I hit the brakes and it... Huh. Nothing, didn't, had no response from the brakes that time. There we go. Ah. See, that again. See, I don't know if that's normal or if that's a Forza thing, but I don't get that with the controller. Like, I was straight there, all of a sudden I switched gears and the car just kind of took off. So I'm gonna match up my hands with, you know, with where the wheel's at right now, since we're right in the middle of like a turn. All right, finish up this lap here. A little faster through that one. It takes practice. Basically relearning how to drive all over again. So everything you had to learn how to do, everything you had to learn how to do with the controller, you got to relearn how to do with the wheel. But definitely fun. Definitely makes it, you know, a little bit different challenge. A little fun there. 148 with about 6 rewinds. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up with that one. That's a quick preview. I don't know if I'm gonna wrap it up. Actually, I'm gonna cut here, and we're gonna cut over to some driving with some drivatars on the track. And so I'm going to cut it off. We'll see you on whatever track I end up picking in whatever car. It might be the same car, same track, but we'll see. All right, so here we go. We're going to run on Alps Stadplatz with the Mitsubishi Evo. So it's a track I know, and it's a car I know, and we got 15 drivatars in here, and they are on Unbeatable. So see if we can beat them on Unbeatable. It'll be a challenge. On like expert and stuff like that, they're just not a challenge on this track at all because they break in so many inappropriate places. So let's get this thing kicked off, see how it goes here. Get our hands loosened up here. Get some of that in there. There we go. Alright. Alright, gotta shift quick. I'm probably gonna run right up on the back of these guys. Starting in the front though. I don't know what I have grid order set at. Good shift now. I'm about to let these guys. Ooh, a little loose there. Am I gonna have to let these guys catch me? We'll see what it gets after a lap. I might slow down, let some guys get in front of me so we can get some racing in. Speaking of slowing down, might want to feel free to turn in there. You can turn in points and things a little different with the wheel. As our brake points, I wasn't terrible. I'm sliding. Tires still aren't quite there yet. I'm gonna hit that. I don't want my mirror. I didn't want that mirror. So when you're in in-car view and you lose a mirror, that's a serious thing. And I think that's look back yet. There we go. So I can't flip back behind me. Oh, let off now. You're way off that turn. Struggle with that turn actually. And braking up here, I struggle with a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for these guys. Yeah, so much for Unbeatable. We'll pull over here. We'll do a little first to last to first. I'm gonna let them all pass me so we can work our way through traffic here. We're not gonna catch them in 4 laps. We might. Just a little pit stop. That's what I should have done. Just went to the pits. All right, here we go. Let's work our way through traffic now. Still a little skiddy. Still not quite warmed up. See how unbeatable they are now. Try to use the whole steering there. Maybe set a dead zone on that outside. Have to pass these guys on the outside. It's a little bit of a tough pass in this one, just because I need to get back. Where's he at? Is he beside me? There he is. Oh, hello, wall. Hey, Subaru. Oh, he's gonna cut me off. Sorry. He's close to me. I think there's he still. He's back there. Let's take a look. Here we go, going for ninth. See how fast. See if this guy's fast at least. Oh yeah. Jeez. Let me get him here though. Get run off of here. Get this guy. If I can get the turn-in point right here. Just gonna let off, just let it get down in it. There we go. The turbo whistle. Whine, I guess. Well, I got way too slow there. I really want to downshift, actually. I'll downshift if there's traffic there. When I know I have to go a little slower, but that one I could have done without. God, I do not want traffic in this part. Makes it too hard to make this turn. Coming around. On your right. Don't brake there. All you're gonna do is make me run into you. Alright. What are we up to here? Fifth. Whoa, where's the rest of the crew? Oh, they're all in a bunch up here. Gah! I'm gonna need another lap to catch them, I think. Have to put it together good here. Back on the gas there. Let up a little bit. I don't know if I'm really catching those guys much. I can catch him pretty good up this hill. Not gonna get to first though. Good speed up the hill. Oh, I hit that. It threw me just off a little. I can let up just a second there. I'll race these guys right down to the end here. Get under him. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to bump you out of the way. I was hoping he was going to go up higher. Carry that up a little bit. He didn't. That's just an avatar. Or an avatar, drive-tar. All right. So we go. Run a race there. Get to see a little racing action with the wheel in there. So I'm going to wrap this video up with that one. I'm going to come back in the next one with the settings that I used in the game. And then a little bit about how you set up the auto clutch, just a couple quick tips on that, and how you change the, your sensitivity settings on the wheel here. So, I'm going to wrap it up with that, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.